Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. As you can see from the title, we're going to be talking all about how you are your biggest investment. If you're new here, my name is Sephora. I'm a licensed attorney. I do career coaching, life coaching, and law school coaching. I am a graduate of Georgetown Law School, graduated with multiple big law firm offers, 2 federal clerkships on the district court and appellate court, and now I help law students get into top law schools, help individuals reach their career and life goals. Let's get into the video. We're going to be talking about how you are your biggest investment. Now, before this video, I posted a video talking all about return on investment and how you should make sure that you're using return on investment in making your career and business decisions. And you can also, of course, apply it to your personal and social life decisions if you want to. But here we're going to be talking about how you are your biggest investment. So that video was kind of talking about how you're investing in other things and outside things, and you're looking about how that is going to affect you in the long run. Today's video is going to be all about how you need to make sure that you are investing in you. And that video was kind of all about how you are investing in you, but it was more in looking outwards. Today, we're going to be looking inwards. So one of the best ways to progress in your career and to just ultimately reach your goals is to invest in yourself. And look, it's gonna take some introspection. So you're gonna have to get a little deep here, or at least think a little deep. And I may or may not get too deep in the video, but just to kick things off, you know, like, what are some things that you like about yourself? What are your favorite attributes about yourself, and how are you using those attributes in your everyday life? And if you aren't using those attributes in your everyday life, how can you start to use those attributes in your everyday life? So I'll give you an example. One of my favorite attributes about myself is I am a leader. I'm a mentor. I love to help people. I love to help people reach their goals, find success in whatever it is they're doing, whether it's career, life, whatever. And so how I use that in my everyday life is that's literally my business, right? So I made that my business. I turned what I love to do. I turned one of my best traits into my business. And so that's what I mean when I'm saying think about your traits and ask yourself, how are you using this in your everyday life? It doesn't have to be something that is making you money. It could just be something that's a passion of yours. It could just be something that you're using to gratify yourself, that you're using to reward yourself, whatever it may be. But make sure you know what those attributes or traits are, and start incorporating that into your everyday life. Because when you are doing things that you are good at, when you're able to do things that you can see yourself succeeding in, you can see the rewards coming from it, you're going to naturally start succeeding in what you are doing. And so that's that first step. That's the first thing I want you to think about. And if you don't have those traits, then, you know, that's the problem. You got to find them. So if you need help with finding them, definitely feel free to click the link in my bio and book a strategy session with me, and we'll have a brainstorming session, and I'll walk you through some questions to help you think about what those traits may look like for you and how you can incorporate those into your everyday life. The next step that you're going to start thinking about when you're once you've got those traits settled, once you're saying, okay, I have these traits, I'm a leader, and this is how I'm using it in my everyday life. You know, public speaking, I love public speaking. How am I using that in my everyday life? Well, I guess YouTube is kind of one of them. I'm active on TikTok and Instagram. Follow me on there. I try to actively go out in my community and talk to high schools and universities about, you know, different things, career, law school related, life related. So that's another thing, right? So I'm going to use me as an example. So I've got my traits. I've got how I'm using those traits in my everyday life and career, how I'm applying it on a regular basis. The next step is, what else do I need to be doing to make sure that I'm investing in myself, right? Because that's more the career side. That's more the, okay, here's my attributable traits to and how I'm applying them in my everyday life, in my career, and what I do for a living, right? So the next step is, okay, what about everything else? What about, let's use fitness for an example. How am I investing in my fitness? How am I making sure that I'm healthy? And if you haven't already, make sure you watch the video on how to stay healthy. I talk about mindset health, body health, all of that. It's actually titled How I Got Straight A's in Law School. I think it's part 2. But I talk about having a healthy mindset, and that applies here as well. So make sure you go watch that video. But that's the next step to investing in yourself, is making sure that you're giving yourself self-care, making sure that you have time for yourself. I hire a fitness trainer. I ran track for 11 years, right? So I can work out by myself, and I did for a very long time. And I still do work out alone. but I also now pay a trainer to come up with those workouts for me. That kind of goes back to return on investment, because I just don't want to come up with those workouts on my own anymore. But you want to make sure that your body is feeling the benefits of your investments, because you can't be working nonstop and you're not pouring back into yourself. As my coach once told me, you cannot pour from an empty cup. And so you have to make sure that you are constantly filling your cup. For me, that's hiring a fitness trainer. He has an app. If you want his contact information, I will leave it down below. He has an app. You can sign up with him. He has multiple workout plans. This video is not sponsored by him. I just think he is great. So I do, 5 days a week. You don't have to do 5 days a week, but I do. He creates the workouts. I go in, I do them, I get out. It's wonderful. It's great. He even has like food planning on there, a whole bunch of different things. So just like click the link down below if you want to check that out. But that's definitely one way that I'm investing into myself, to keep myself healthy. Another thing that you can think about if you don't necessarily want to go to the gym is Zumba, dancing, Pilates, Orange Theory. There's so many options nowadays. There's so many. And so make sure that you are making time for that. Make sure that you are investing in yourself in that way, okay? You need to be pouring back into yourself. The next thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to investing in yourself is just overall in your personal life. And you'll see that I usually separate these 3 different things out, right? Because I'm looking at your life as 3 separate arenas, and there's more than that, but at least in this video we're gonna look at 3. So I had career up front, and then I had kind of the healthy, the self-care stuff up separately, and then now I'm gonna talk about more personal stuff. A lot of these things will interact. There'll be things that go together, but we're gonna separate it out for the purpose of this video. And so when I'm talking about personal investments, is there, something that you like to do that you stop doing? What are your activities? What are your hobbies? Make sure that you continue to do those things even as you progress in your career, because you can't lose the fight. You can't lose what motivates you. You can't lose the things that are constantly allowing you to stay upbeat, upgoing, positive, because those are the things that are ultimately going to keep you successful. And remember, if you are trying to become the most successful version of yourself, you're trying to become this new you, the it girl, the her, the wow, whatever, you're trying to make a certain amount of money, you have to be investing in yourself. So make sure that you're doing all those things. And there's so many things I could go on and on about. Just to mention a few, I didn't talk about finances, but how are you investing in yourself financially? Are you using a 401k? Are you using an IRA? Are you using investment accounts? Are you doing, different types of things to make sure that you have a financial cushion, whether that be in investments, whether that be in an emergency savings, however it is you want to do it. There are so many different ways you can be investing in yourself, and you have to make sure that on your journey to reaching your goals that you are doing that every day, and it should be front of mind. It should be something that's kind of just second nature to you. All right, guys, that brings me to the end of this video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you. Bye.